More than 30,000 Queensland households have now received payments from the Premier's disaster relief appeal, but it hasn't been without controversy. The distribution of funds has been tweaked and streamlined along the way after complaints about delays and complexities. But tonight, the appeal's chairman, David Hamill, hits back at the critics. I spoke with him earlier about the fund, with the deadline to submit applications for disaster assistance now passed. David Hamill, have you had a last-minute flood of applications?
There's been quite a rush towards the end. In fact, over the last 3 days, we've had probably around about 1,000 additional applications. So we've had now over 3,000 applications for assistance for round 3 for structural damage to homes.
Is it too late now for people who missed yesterday's cut-off?
Look, we can only deal with the money that we've got. And obviously, there are some people who applications still trickling in, and we will endeavour to do our very best to meet those claims. But as I said, you only have as much money as there is in the donation till.
Well, how soon then will people who did just lodge their applications receive the money?
Well, it depends on their application, obviously. There are those persons who've applied for structural damage. If they immediately qualify under the income test and it's their principal place of residence, then very quickly they'll get $15,000. That's right, $10,000 for contents and $5,000 initial payment. The final amount will depend upon any insurance outcome.
Are you talking though days or weeks?
Oh, look, in the case of initial payments, it's a matter of days. But we don't have any control over insurance, and we will work with the applicant to try and get an insurance outcome for them. We're finding that most claims, though, are being dealt with over a period of 2 to 3 weeks for round 3. But of course, there are some difficult ones where people are in dispute with their insurer, and we've got to work through those difficult situations.
The speed of the payments has been a very controversial issue and frustrating for people involved. At this stage, are you now satisfied that claims are being processed quickly enough?
You might think it's easy to distribute public monies. It's not, particularly because you need to ensure that what's being done is done fairly and equitably. And there have been people who, for example, have known since March and April that they could apply for round 3 or round 2 assistance, who've only just put their application in 4 and 5 months later. Now, we've had a responsibility to anticipate that would probably happen because not everyone was affected at the same time. So what we've sought to do is to manage the funds in order to provide the maximum benefit to the community. We distributed over $70 million over about 3 months in initial payments. We've now distributed over $160 million in a period of just 5 months since the first of the natural disasters hit Queensland.
On reflection, there were also concerns about volumes of paperwork and complaints about means testing criteria. Would you have done anything differently?
In some cases, we've provided assistance now of $180,000 to a household. I think most people would expect that the claimant needs to be able to establish the bona fides of the claim. It's a lot of money. And obviously we need to be careful. I might say that my committee and the work that's being done will be audited by the Queensland Audit Office. We also have the law to comply with. So there are a whole range of factors that need to be observed. And no one would give thanks to us if we didn't manage the funds properly.
So when someone like the LNP leader, Campbell Newman, described the handling of the appeal as inept, was that unfair?
Well, he wasn't anywhere to be seen. He didn't manage the funds. I don't want to get into politics here, but I think Brisbane City Council still has a lot of work to do in getting over the flood impact in Brisbane. It's very easy to sit on the sidelines and criticise. But there have been a lot of people who've been working extremely hard to try and help thousands and thousands of Queenslanders, and those people have done a great job under difficult circumstances. It's been a high emotion time because for people who were impacted by Cyclone Yasi or had their homes wrecked through floodwaters, I mean, it's devastating. It's shocking. And people do go through the shock, the grief, the anger. It's only human, it's only natural.
And no doubt Campbell Newman has been talking to some of those people, and he has an MP on the committee in Vaughan Johnson.
And Vaughan Johnson has done a terrific job as a member of the committee. My committee has been non-political. And I might say some of the politics that some people have tried to introduce from the sidelines has not been helpful. All they're doing is just playing on people's misery, and I think that is absolutely disgusting.
David Hamill, thank you.
My pleasure, thank you.